power of one scan to the next level. Introducing the iTero Element Plus series, boosting your restorative and orthodontic capabilities. The iTero Element 5D Plus dental imaging system offers an optimized viewing experience. It's an all-in-one scan and faster than ever, thanks to greater processing power. Featuring a seamless scanning experience, it's an ode to ergonomics and elegance. It shows you are on the cutting edge of care and creates unforgettable chairside moments. We've created a medical-grade compact portable scanner, rethinking mobility and practice integration. iTero Element Plus series, a powerful investment in your future. Expand your vision powerfully, seamlessly, immediately. Visit iTero.com for more details and to request a demo. It starts with iTero.
تختاري هنا اهو. انت عندك بقى لو هتاخدي اللي هو ايه ريستوراتيف، هتقومي جاي دايسه على ريستوراتيف، هيبقى كده انت بالظبط هتختاري المعمل، وهتقومي جايه محدده السن، هتقولي له هعمل كراون، هيقول لك هتعملي ايه للكراون، حابه تحطي اوكي، مش حابه تحطي خلاص اوكي، جاهز اهو سكان. ذا سيم ثينج.
ده لو ريستوراتيف 117.
117 هتتاكد من السعر بس 117. لو انتوا انترستد ممكن تلوك ان البرايس ده زي كوتيشن، تلوك ان البرايس وبعد كده ترجعي تتكلمي معايا زي انت عايزه، هتاخد السعر ده بتاعه في خلال معاك لغايه تقريبا اسبوعين. تمام. حد ما شاء الله الكاميرا مدفونه مدور الكاميرا، حد اصبعه على الكاميرا عايزه تمام. هي نفس الحاجه دي السكان، والجهاز بيقول لك سكان الانتيريور وبعد كده وهكذا نفس الحاجه. يعني شايف انت خدت بالك هنا مفيش اللي هنا تحوله للكي اس. فديس از ماي ريكومنديشن فور وكونكتد باي معمل في العالم او هنا تشتغلوا بيها. عندك كده بيبعتوا دبي، يو اس، البحرين. تمام. الله يخليك. اوكي.
هل اعملها ابلود على الاب ولا كيف؟
هو مجرد ما تعمل في الفيزراين اكونت اسم نفس البيشنت، بعدين هو هتخش على الفوتوس هتلاقي نفسها. تمام. رقم 3 البيفور اند افتر بتاعه هيبقى ايرلي ديتكشن للكيرز. شوف التسوس اللي دلوقتي هنعمل طبعا ما شاء الله كلكم اصلا استخدمتوا ايتيرو.
انترفيرز نفسه صح؟
ايه؟
كانترفيرز
نفسه. عنده في اوبشنز ان هو بيصور الكاميرا تحت اللي هي كانها تصوير.
اوكي.
يعني بدل ما هي كانت عرض كده بقت عرض بكده. شوف 18% اسرع من الايترو اللي قبل. بس السؤال هنا شايف حطها كده على حطها على هنا شايف لو متغير هنا بيقلب اللي هو ده النية دي.
الناس ما بياخذون شوية ممارسة.
بيشغلوا الفلتر بس من
لا مالناش في الفيلم
بالظبط مش عارف. وزنه بالظبط اه 6-7 كيلو.
يعني واحد هلا صار في امكانيه مثلا اذا واحد من ذوي الاحتياجات خاصه مثلا
كده خلاص اكتر من سنتين 5
حتى ولا شغله اللاينرز مشان
بتاعي اصلا اللي هو ده خلاص جابوهولي. انا كنت والله كنت بشيل ده، انا خلاص انا طالع لي عضل في كل جسمي.
سوى عيادي guys are asking if we can do get the exact number on the contract to see if it works. Okay, ممتاز. We gotta double check. We 3 years. So then the question is, if he does a 1 year here, does he do 2 years? So technically, you can get a 1 year.
Yes,
Still fine, right?
I asked the same question to Isam. I told him this is the trick. Why the doctor has to take a 3 years?
Yes. You already got 3 years.
Yes, he's already got a 3 year subscription. So we'll transfer the subscription.
And then can you write up something, 30 minutes, 1 year, 1 year subscription, trade-in plus rental. So it should work, إن شاء الله.
طيب هتكلم على جهاز الفرق ده ال 5 دي 5 دي 5 دي بلس ده البلس. ال 5 دي شبه الستار 18%. This is proven researches. بيبان الاسنان before and after الفيرست فيزيت عن طريق انك بتاخد له صوره والجهاز within one لا مش بيعمل ديزاين بس within 1 minute بيعمل الاينمنت الاسنان لو هو محتاج اورثو تريتمنت. وبيعملها ان فيس على الوش بتاعه.
لكن مش ممكن نعمل عليه ديزاين اللي هو ديزاين
وذ سكند بيفتح لان هو بيبقى على كلاود بتلاقيه هي سكان هناك وبدومي جايه داخله عامله فتحها على الديزايننج سوفت وير.
حتى لو في مصر لو خدت الجهاز
whatever على حسب يعني ريستوراتيف ولا بعدين لو عايز تبعت لها بعمل دايركت سكان بنفس لا بتختار المعمل اللي احنا بنختاره انت عامله كده وانس انت تخلص سكان يروح على طول المعمل. لما تعملي كده تنزلي هنا الشرط بتحددي المكان تضغط على السكان وان كليك على الزرار تخليكي كوبي
ولادي وعندي كل
اللاينر تبع برضه ثاني. شوف ترى زي ما قلت لك اللاينر
هذاك كان لازم جنب العاب
كويس.
هذا ما في حق هذا طلع
This is the research تيجي تعمل سكان
وديفنتلي احلى شيء
اسرع بشكل كبير يدير البوكينج ويجي معاه بعد الدكتور. يعني انت عندك الحين انا برويك المميزات الباقيه اللي ايضا تضيف لنفس البورتفوليو. كم
وان شاء الله لما تجي تعمل لك سكان بي ان شاء الله. ايه اسئله عندك واضحه؟
السلام ورحمه الله. اهلا وسهلا، كيف حالك؟ كيف امورك يا دكتور؟ والنعم، حياك الله يا دكتور. علي القريشه انا كنت في السي اس تواصلت معك.
زين يا علي
الله يبارك فيك.
هم عندهم واللي ده انت ارجوها
أنا بجيبها.
انت مش شغال ديجيتال، انت بكلمك عن حاجات بكلمك عن
جربت قبل كذا؟ لا وعلى تايب دونت مرة ممتاز على البيشنت
شويه مو مره. ما شاء الله هذا اسرع زي ما انت حضرتك شايف يا دكتور. بتوري لك الايرلي كيرز، بتبقى ايرلي كيرز ديتكشن عن طريق وايت ليجن بتوريها لك في الاسنان. يو كان فيجر كيرز. رقم النقطه اللي بعدها انه هيبقى في فيتشر اللي هو بيوري لك بيفور اند افتر ان ذا بيشنت ماوث ان ذا بيشنت فيس، يعني ان فيس فيجواليزيشن دايركت.
يعني نفس اللي كان عليه كلينشيك صارت على الاوت كوم سيميوليتر.
بالضبط. ولو بصيت هنا هو الجهاز within seconds بيتقفل.
وقف.
مفيش مشكله.
طيب هو بورتبل ديفايس.
يس بورتابل within one click like this تتقفل، وبعد كده you can تشيله كامل. تمام. دلوقتي هوري لك الشنطه بتاعته اللي بيتشال فيها.
ممتاز. بس يعني يهمنا الكومباريزن اكثر. يعني بس مينلي هنقول ان عندنا النيري فيتشر
بالضبط.
اللي هي اللي تسوي لنا انفراريد كيرس ديتكشن.
اكزاكتلي.
مش كمان بس هذا اكثر.
بس ودي الشنطه
طيب
بتاعته.
في انفيس فيجواليزيشن ولا ما في؟
أو لا، لان الفيشر دي هتنزل اخر الشهر. يعني فيشر انتروديوس جديد. لا مش موجود.
ما هي موجوده ولا صور ليها ولا شيء.
لانها انتروديوس. بس في نقطه نسيت اقولها ان هو بيابلود انتر اورال فوتوز دايركتلي.
بس ما في اي يعني
5 دي بلس.
يعني الاوتكم سيميوليتر برو بس هنا. يعني هذه الفيتشر في الاوتكم سيميوليتر برو.
الفيشر نفسها، بس انت دي الفرق ما بينها ان البيشنت هتاخد له صوره وهو في الانيشال دايجنوزز وهتوري له على وشه غير كلينشيك برو.
بس لا في اليمنت 2 انا ما اقدر اسويها.
لا مش تقدر، ولا حتى ال5 دي، لان في جهاز اسمه 5 دي قبل البلس حتى مش موجوده
هذا
فيه.
البلس وليس
ده البلس سيريس.
مش مو iTero 5.
ده مش ده، في ايتيرو 5 دي وفي ايتيرو 5 دي بلس. ده البلس سيريس.
اوكي
وسكيبد ال5 دي ونزلنا في السعوديه على طول 5 دي بلس. تمام.
تمام.
عملت سكان بايديك وحابين تعملوا ولا خلاص؟
في فرق اسرع يعني؟
اسرع 18%. 18% اسرع. لو حابين you can use another scan. yes. ممكن. الدكتور بص، دكتور محترف فيه. كم مره اشتغلت بيه. بص تمسك الجهاز كده خبطه كده 1 كليك من هنا، 1 كليك وبعد كده تعمل 1 كليك هنا وبعد كده تعمل سكان.
جيت تسالني
ايوه طبعا طبعا هو كان يطلع
هتلاقي الحين الاوفر بيقول لك اوفر.
حالاتك موجود زي كده. طب اسحبها وبطلع في هذا ليش وهاني اقعد افشخ فم المريض.
الفيتشرز كلها.
time consuming اذا عندك ايوه بالظبط مور اكيوريت.
لما بتاخد الاسكان المبدئي خالص سيرم اكسترا اورال، لما تاخد السكان المبدئي والبيشنت عندك الجهاز بيوري لك البيفور افتر في وش البيشنت.
بعد اسبوعين صح؟
الفيتشر هتنزل
بعد اسبوعين.
الفيتشر هتنزل بيوري الله يفتح عليك. بس دي بقى على نيو بيشنت. الوند نفسها مش ده دكتور مختلفه ولا مختلفه، الماسكه بتاعتها نفسها هنا ستات لا
ضياع شاطر.
لا مش احنا
15% على طول. شوف انا بساعدك. شوف فرق ده المرسيدس شجره شجرتين. استنى بالله في فرق في اللايف ولا ما في؟ انت عارف والله فرق. ده مو نفسه.
ايش اللي
قلل
يقلل الفيل.
لا الريزولوشن على طول يهبط في الارض.
شيء مزعج
لا بس سيء. انا ما اعطيه سكرين شيء.
هو ده بنتكلم فيه. هي هم عاملين عشان الاكيوريسي.
هو الفكره ما تقدر تسوي مثلا زي لايك مايكرو هذا خاصه الاطفال الصغار اللي هم سمول ماوث اوبننج.
لسه التكنولوجيا ما اتطورتش فيها لغايه دلوقتي. التانيين الاكيوريسي بتاع السكان نفسه مش قوي. انا دايما بقول للدكاتره بتاعت الجهاز.
ايوه لانه البيكتشرنج هذه هي مره مهمه.
طيب لو جالك بقى البيشنت وعملت له سكان هتقوم جاي ساحب العدسه دي وتجيبها لو في
واضح انه البيشنت في اوروبا انه ما في تسوس. تعال اوريك بالسعوديه هنا كده.
لا
ده من غير اكس راي. شوفوا العين المجرده.
لا والله الاويرنس بتاع البيشنت عالي. يعني بالله عليك زي من سنتين الاويرنس.
والله انا اكلمك بامانه هذا ملعبي واسال
الاويرنس عالي والله.
اسال وائل. لا في
مش الاويرنس عالي.
لا يزال فيه والله لا يزال.
ايوه طبعا بس الاويرنس عالي عن
انا ام سيلكتنج بيشنت فور ذات.
بالظبط. ما انت تعرف زي ما اتمنى هنا. اتوقع السويد ما شاء الله مختلفه.
زيرو والله زيرو اقسم بالله ما جاني لبنان.
ممكن لو حابب
جيرة طب هل كان انتم المفروض انكم انتم في السوفت وير حقكم ده it will يعني if there is caries it should be detected direct. يعني مو انه الاكس راي وانا لازم اقراها. المفروض يقول لك هنا مثلا بالاحمر كيريز. انت فاهمني؟ اللي هو زي الثري شيب نزلوه بس بعدين وقفوه.
ايوه دي مستحيل تظبط من سوفت وير ان هو يعمل اوتو ديتكت للسوبرفيشال كيرز وايت ليجنز.
ده هو لان الفريكونسي حقتها اذا قلت زي الراديشن لما نرجع عليه ريفليكشن هيقول لك هذا اقل انه يبين. يعني زي كده شايف هذه مثلا اريا راديو لوسنسي اللي هو الجراي يديك هنا ممكن تكون كيرز بس يفتح عينك عليه انه انتبه ترى هنا ممكن بس ما حيقدروا.
لسه ما وصلتش.
طب السوفت وير ما ينزل على الجهاز السوفت وير نفسه.
السوفت وير ده ما ينزلش على الجهاز.
عاوزينك تشتري تشتري
السوفت وير ده ما ينزلش على الجهاز.
ادفع بالتي هي احسن.
لا بس هو الديفرنس في التريدنج هذا اللي
مش شغال يعني واحد كده ضروب
لازم تطفيها وترجع تنتقل للموديل الثاني.
كم 86 و65 امبير. كم الحمل ولا يوقف عن التحريك؟ الصورة ايش؟
في كات اربع حاجات.
اللي هو احنا زي
مجرد براكتس يا دكتور وتشوفك سهل جدا ولا ياخذ منك وقت.
ايوه بياخذ معي وقت. لا سحب كده مش سلايد.
ما تقارن يعني.
في اربع حاجات ما في عنده جهاز. اثنين قصيرين قدام واثنين ورا. كمبيوتر
في الوان تصير صحيح. عشان بس لا انا اتكلم لك
ما بدي اخذ دور.
انا بس بشرح لك بس بشرح لك نقطة عشان نرضي الدكاترة حق مرة لكن ما توصل الدكاترة اللي ياخذونها في الكتاب بس مجرد واحد.
عندي بروبلم
في 3 شيب مو بتاعها.
هذه بس عشان لا تحتاج ممكن نعمل
هذا لو مره
هذه بدل
مانيوال انا بقول له ايه
مفكر انها ما تصير لكن حتى اذا صارت هو اثنين ممكن يعزل ما بدي تفضل يا دكتور حياك الله كيف حالك؟ ميرسي لك
This digital technology has transformed the way people live across all aspects of life. Yet, in this digital future, there are still signs of the past. Relics which exist, hinting at what life was like in the analog past. Here we see an secluded place of civilization. Scientists searching for some of those relics, and they have found something interesting. A box full of mysterious materials, appearing to be from a different era. What could these strange objects be, and what were they used for? Not sure themselves, the scientists reach out to Scanbot for answers.
Now analyzing. Oh, it seems as if I found something. This object with 2 poles was used to reproduce music, called an audio cassette. Data suggests audio quality was quite poor. This was used to communicate by dialing a series of numbers, a former version of our telephone. And this seems to be some kind of antiquated material for taking dental impressions. Lifespan up until the end of 2022.
Confused by how this material ever went into someone's mouth and the experience it created, the scientists asked Scanbot to show them more.
Preparing to show video evidence on how this material was used.
After watching this, the scientists are so thankful that this material hasn't been used for almost 80 years, and that people started to have a much better experience thanks to digital scanning technology. What these scientists found, buried in the ground, were forgotten artifacts from the past. All these elements became obsolete thanks to the power of digitization, and signaled the end of the analog age, giving way to the birth of the digital one. The pace of digitization accelerated significantly between 2022 to 2025, and in that time doctors brought more digital scans into their practices than in the previous 15 years combined. The digital future is waiting. The question is, are you ready to shape it?
Assalamu alaikum and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here with us this evening. Just to kind of say thank you once again for coming, because it's beautiful to see so many familiar faces. I know that we've all kind of been going through transitions and didn't have as many opportunities to see one another, so it's always a delight. And for those of you that maybe we haven't had the chance to become acquainted, my name is Nouri Abouras. I'm a business development manager with Align Technology here in the Middle East. So tonight is a very, very special evening. Why? Because it's the primary night where we release a new innovation and bring a new portfolio item to the iTero series, the iTero Element Plus series. This is also a special night because after many challenging, or let's say 2 challenging years of the whole COVID lockdowns and restrictions, this is one of the first events we actually do live and in the city and in the region as a whole. So we're very, very excited about that and having a chance to reconnect with one another. We're also very excited because after waiting for so long, we've been eager to introduce the innovations behind the iTero Plus series for so long, and now we can officially announce that the iTero Element Plus series is released here in the Middle East. So this is indeed a very, very special day for us and all of us here. With over 25 years experience, Align Technology has really understood what doctors need when it comes to bringing their vision for their practice to life, enabling to have those digital tools that complement and enhance their brilliance, right? So we're super excited about this, and the technology and tools that we bring really enable you as a doctor, as a practitioner, to use these best-in-class technologies that give you those new discoveries, that give you the ability to have unprecedented efficiencies and provide high patient care. Over the past few years, we've noticed this shift to digital, right? As a profession, as people, just our entire world has been shifting to digital. And we see over, especially the past year or two, more and more welcoming of digital dentistry and doctors really embracing what digital tools give them. Now, I know with anything, with change, there are difficulties. There are challenges. And no matter where you are on your journey, trust that Align Technology is here to support you and enable you to grow your practice, enable patient satisfaction, and help you streamline your workflows. So without further ado, we're here to talk and introduce the iTero Element Plus series. The iTero Element Plus series was basically built on the success of the 5D, so the iTero 5D. However, it really expands the horizons here on both orthodontic treatment and restorative treatment to enable you to have new opportunities within your practice. So this is the official first-time launch of the Plus series in the Middle East. What does this mean for you, right? So this basically means faster processing time with advanced visualization and seamless scanning capabilities, all within a sleek, ergonomic new design. You are able to record your 3D scan, you're able to obtain color intraoral images, and with the near-infrared imaging, what we refer to as NIRI, you're enabled to capture all this data in one full arch scan, all within as little as 60 seconds. Now we understand the evolution of platform, with new technologies, platforms evolving, and we understand the importance to support you and your practice in essentially having an upgrade path, mainly to know that you want to keep your investment protected, and we're here to support with that. It's important to know, you're not just investing in a piece of technology, but you're investing in yourself, in your practice, in your team, really to have those added advantages and open and expand your capabilities that you can do within your practice, which you will see tonight. Some of the unique aspects of the iTero Element Plus series is enhanced visualization, higher brightness, which gives better vivid imagery, and a fully integrated 3D scanning capability. It also has a 20% increase in processing power, which means it can boot up faster, but also it means 20% less wait time or processing time waiting for your scans to be processed. It also includes a lot of really, in my mind, future-based AI algorithmic technologies that help enable you and complement your practice. We're also proud to say that it is actually the only scanner in the market that provides both a cart version, so a standalone version, as well as a mobile version. And the mobile version, which you can easily take around with you, is high-quality medical-grade material in a compact version, but maintains the same high-quality scanning and imaging as the cart version. Align Technology continues to expand and innovate. So we've made a commitment annually, every single year, to invest $250 million purely in research and development to ensure we're always driving it forward and innovating for you and the doctor in mind. Today a majority of dentists are shifting to digital. We've seen this, and you probably see this with your colleagues. And in a recent survey we did, here in the GCC, 53% of the clinics and doctors that we surveyed said we are planning to make substantial investments in fully digitizing our practices over the next 3 years. This is not surprising. We see our world changing in our professions, in our work, and all around us. And especially with Vision 2030 here in Saudi, where it's all about digital transformation, increased efficiency, and productivity. So with these things in mind, it's not surprising to see the digital transformation in place. With that, I would like to now hand over to our speaker, Dr. David Koshat, who is an esteemed orthodontist. He working at Emerald Park Orthodontics in Paris, as well as an Invisalign speaker. Following his presentation, he's going to be going over the benefits of the 5D system, and following that, we will have a session dedicated for questions and answers. So please, any questions you may have, let's hold it until the Q&A session at the end. With that, I'd like to hand over to my colleague.
I would like to introduce Dr. Kushat. Thanks, Nuri, for your introduction. So Dr. Kushat has been an Invisalign provider since 2001 and has been an Invisalign speaker since 2003. He also holds the post as the Vice President of the French Orthodontic Aligner Society and is also in charge of the Invisalign Residence Program in the University of Bordeaux. With that, Dr. Kushat, I hand over to you for your presentation.
Hi, thank you so much for the nice introduction. Thank you. And then I'm gonna share my screen and then I'll present right now. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for this nice introduction. And then I'm glad to be here today with you guys. And then I'm super, happy to make this presentation because we want to talk, and I would like to share with you my journey with the iTero element scanner that I'm using for years. For now, and then I would like to show you and explain to you what I'm doing with this tool and how we can take a lot of benefits of this brand new improvement of this brand new scan with our practice. So this is my couple of pictures of my practice in south of France, Marseille. This is my desk room, and this is my X-rays room, and this is my waiting room. And this is the Invisalign Ready Center in San Jose, California. I'm super close with them for years, and we are making a lot of pilots with them, then replying and with them and telling them, what are the things to improve and changes to make. And this is super nice to work close to them just to improve the technology. So, by the way, Invisalign innovations are for years constantly, update, almost every year. And then this is where we were in 2010, and then like 12 years later on, we have been improved a lot the technology for aligners, and also in addition with the scans, I started to work with a first scanner in 2011, which was the first one of all, super slow to use if we compare to now. We'll see later on in my presentation, the improvement, how faster is it right now. But even if it was, like a slow, it was much better in terms of storage, in terms of digitalization and whatever. Then after they have launched, the iTero Elements 2 in 2018, And then 2019, it has been improved, 2021, and now we have the iTero Element Plus series. And then this is the one we're going to talk about today. So this is a previous feature, old feature, about the first scan. The arm was super heavy, and when it was like, difficult to move the shoulder at the end of the day, because it was super heavy, and then it was not videos for scanning, it was just pictures. And my God, it was really, really long because we had to take a pic of each tooth in the mouth, and it was, a lot of work. And then, nowadays it has been improved a lot, and it's much faster. So we have also a faster processing in the computer, and the design is much better. And then also, in addition, we can move it. Personally, I get two of them. I get this one, this small one, which is called the mobile. And this one is super convenient because you can change the room if you want. And then also, in addition, if you want to travel, if you want to get it at home, or for some reason in vacation or whatever, you can travel with it. You just need to get a Wi-Fi connection, and then you're going to be able to do it. It's in a small suitcase and super convenient. If you have different offices or whatever, you can buy one for an office and then after carry it to the other office. It's super convenient. And then also I have this one, which is good as well. More with the feet here, it takes more place, but this one is super, the screen is larger, and then this one is super interesting to work as well. So what is the agenda of my presentation? So I'm gonna first talk about why to switch from analog PVS to digital. What are the advantages? Then we will see the iTero element as a communication tool. We will see also to save even more time with a 5D auto upload, which is super interesting. I mean, with the pictures, I will tell you, you're gonna save a lot of time. We're going to see how to use the cloud with myitero.com, which is interesting in terms of communication for the patient and for your correspondent and for your colleague, and then this is super interesting to use. And we'll see all the digital tools included in the scanner that gives you an advantage. And at the end, we will conclude with a take-home messages. So why did it switch from analog PVS to digital? The analog workflow was we are preparing the impression, we are recording, making the impression, disinfecting, submitting, and retaking, and then, it takes a lot of time. The accuracy of the, PVS and the predictability, I mean, when you do the PVS impression, you're not 100% sure that it's gonna work, because you can have bubbles, you can have salivas, and then you're not sure your impression will be good at the end. That means you're gonna wait for 5 or 10 minutes, whatever, depends on the material you're gonna use, but then you're not gonna make sure that it's gonna be quite good at the end. So this is a point that we cannot deal with currently, So with the digital impression, we increase the turnaround and efficiency. The clean check, they come back, 50% faster. We have 0.1% rejection rate, which is just insane. And of course, less refinement. So if we are going to digital, and then we can make sure to have like a cost saving. I mean, with a digital impression, we are just using this scan and then a sleeve for a patient. Then you're gonna change the sleeve for each patient. The cost is like nothing, 1-2 euro. I don't know how is it like in dirham or whatever, but it's pretty nothing, $1, $2. And then if you compare to the costs of the material, the PVS material, there's no comparison. So with this, we're going to be able to reduce the costs, the chair time, your time, the assistant time, your team time, the front desk time as well. It's just insane. In addition, I would like to highlight, as I said previously, initially in this lecture, that the first 3D impression time was 40 minutes. And now it is about less than 4 minutes. And you can see the difference. It's a significant improvement of the velocity of making an impression. And then if you compare 4 minutes with a sleeve in your scan to like at least 15 or sometimes 13 minutes with the analog impression, there's no comparison. And this is the main reason why we should switch from analog PVS to digital. And this is a very important reason. Previously, this is all what I had in my office with entire closets full of these plasters. And for now, this is an old one, previous one. And for now, we just have the boxes in the closet with the aligners. There is a few boxes here because those boxes are for brand new patients. And then when they come for the first visit, we're gonna give them all the boxes with the aligners. Then we just keep here boxes for brand new patients or for special patients, complex cases where we should to modify aligners, cut them or whatever. But this is super interesting because in terms of storage, this is a huge improvement. So, one and the last advantage of the digital impression, if you consider like the reduction of the costs of your time, is the storage. Because I do not have any more plasters in my office. My storage is all in the cloud, in the computer, and then you have your entire closet and office free for store what you want to store. And in addition, with the cloud, something we're going to see in the next point, we can just check and get an access to your analog, to your digital impression, whenever you want, wherever you are, and when you want. It's just perfect. So let's see the iTero as a communication tool. And this is your scan, Jillian.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
This is a video with my daughter, and then this is what we have when you are making the impression, then you can show it to the patient, and then he can realize exactly what's going on, what he has, and then you can also see what was the initial situation, what is the current situation, when the treatment is going to be gone, or what did you do, whatever. So let's have a look to what we can do, and then let's have a look with my daughter. Do you like it?
Yes, thank you, Dad.
And then you can see, and we can see very precisely, where you are. This is your current situation, which is pretty good. And then we're gonna send it here, sign and send it To the team, this is a super powerful tool of communication. And I would like to share with you guys, what I have in my office, okay? And I think it's interesting to see what I have and how I'm using it. As an example, again, with my daughter. This is a super powerful tool of communication. And I would recommend to have in your office a huge television like this, And as an example, we're gonna have a look at my daughter's treatment. Thank you, Jillian, for coming. And then this is the initial situation. And this is super efficient to get the patient committed and aware of the situation, because this is completely different. To show the peak, in front of the patient in a huge television, instead of just watching in the mouse or watching the screen of the iTero element. This is the initial situation, and this is the final situation. Look at you. What do you think? You're gorgeous, This is a success. It's great. This is a significant improvement because we had previously, a crossbite, and then we started the treatment at the age of 7, and now she turned just 12, recently. And as you can see here, the midlines are shifted, and then I can draw on it. In addition, I'm gonna see all the possibilities with you. I'm gonna show. We're gonna make a picture here, and that is the picture. And then I can draw on that picture, and then I can visualize and show the patient that the midlines here, they are shifted. And then in addition, if you want to share it with a correspondent or with a friend, you can write on it, and then just here, for example, and then we can write, for example, midlines. And this is, look, and then you can draw on it, and then you can save it and send it for your record to your correspondent, to your dentist, to your lab, whatever you want. And then after, you can do the same with this one, and then we can take a picture, and then we can do this, and then we can see, look, midlines, they have been corrected, and then we can see the difference, and this is more professional and more efficient. So I'm gonna delete this, and then I'm gonna show you the other possibilities that we have. Recently, they have a detection for the cavities. Look, I can check here if your teeth are safe or not, and then if you have cavities or not, which is super interesting. Fortunately, you have nothing. All is just perfect. You can just visualize here in a plaster. If you don't want to have the real view, you can have the plaster here, okay? And then also you can have, of course, the occlusion, and then you can see that. And this is interesting as well to see, because, the connection on the brain are different, and then you can realize and see this, this is the occlusion, and then you can have it here. This is interesting to have it. And the last possibility that we have is to export the file. If you want, for some reason, make a aligner for retention or a prosthodontic or whatever, you can export the file here. You will choose what kind of file you want. Do you want to have the basement or not? Do you want to have both arches or not? So we're gonna do that, okay? And the type of file you want, STL, PLY, or both. I'm gonna choose STL, and then I'm gonna download it and export it, and then that works. And while the preparation is coming, after I will have it here, and I'm gonna be able, it's downloading here, it's just lively, and then we're gonna be able to use it and to send it to the lab, to the correspondent, to the doctor, to who you want. You're gonna choose, this is an open file, you know, look, it's almost done. And then I'm gonna just do this, and then I will see here the front, for example, and this is the front view. And then you can build, look, show me, and then you can do this. For example, if you need this, you just have the STL of this situation. You will not have, of course, all the aligners for the treatment, of course. And then you can do prosthodontic, you can do whatever you want. This is great, I guess. Thank you so much. So that is the communication you can make with this tool with your patient, and I will show you with the cloud, if you do not have any big television in your office, how you can share it with your patient as well, which is interesting. These are some ideas that you can use and apply in your office, you know, it depends on your situation, of course. In addition, I would like to have a quick review on all the tools that we have, you know, and then one more tool is the 5D auto upload. Auto upload, that means that when you scan your patient, you have some pics, and these pictures are high quality, and then in addition, the angle, I mean the view of these peaks are just perfect. You know, this is, for example, the view of the mandible. And there's no mirror, there's no fog, there is no upper teeth, there is no too much light. The peaks are just perfect. And then you can have these peaks downloaded, included in your prescription, for example, and then I'm going to show you. And then for me, as a speaker, when I'm doing like lectures and presentation, I can have a couple of pics like this, and I can show to my peers, and I can say, look, this is a class 1, or this is a class 2, this is the sagittal view, and the sagittal view is just perfect, you know, it's not going to be fake because my angle is not good, or the cheek is boring me, is bothering me, or whatever, you know. So, and this is the way we are using it when we are making prescription. You know, we're going to select the name of the patient, we're going to make sure that the scan is the right one with a good date, and then just you click on the button, as you can see on the screen, and then after, you know, it will take a couple of seconds, and then after you get the pictures included in your presentation. This is a lot of time, you know, saving time for you, because you don't have to take your camera, to take the pictures, to bother the patient, and then after to download the pictures on your file, and then after to send them to the team and whatever. This has been a lot of improvements. I think maybe one of the best improvements, because this is for me super saving time, a time saver, super efficient, and this is just what we're asking for finally. As you can see here, let's have a look as well. Look at the quality, you know, and then you can zoom, and then you can see, and then it's just amazing, you know. And look, for example, you can have a look on the situation and see exactly, oh, maybe the patient needs to get some restorations or some torture or whatever, and then it's super precise. One more point is how we can use the cloud with my iTero.com. And in addition, I would like to show you that all you have on your iTero element, you also can have it on the iPad, for example. You just need to connect to iTero.com, and then this is exactly what you're gonna do here with a password here. And then you have exactly the same connection that you have on the iTero element. Then we're gonna look for the patient here, there. And this is exactly the same that we have here. And then you can use this if you prefer, if you want to be movable, if you want to go through your office and show to the patient, you can have exactly the same. And this is super convenient, I guess. And then I love this iPad because I can take it and I can go to see the patient if you do not have any big television. And then you can see the patient and show exactly the same on the iPad that you have on the scan. Which is amazing, isn't it? And to conclude, just have a look at the tools that we have. Also, as I mentioned previously, the NIRE technology is, oh my gosh, it's super interesting in terms of interproximal caries detection. And then this is super interesting. And let's have a look to a video of one of our colleagues, and then let's see how he's using it. Thank you, Kim, for sharing this video with us.
My name is Dr. Ingo Barisl. I'm a dentist here in Königsburg. Königsburg is a little city near Nuremberg. And now I'm working since 1999 together with my father and my brother here in my office. I love working with the people. I love to give them a better way of feeling after treatment. Nowadays, dentistry is a wide field of work. So you have to have persons who are specialized in what they do. You need different techniques to find the best solution for every patient. We have caries treatments every single day. And it's so important to detect caries early because the enamel surface of a milk tooth is that thin that when we see it with our eyes, it's most of the time too late. As I heard that we can detect caries with an intraoral scanner, I was really skeptical about that because we had other tools to detect caries. We have X-rays, so bite wings, we have our eyes, we have now the NIRI function with iTero element CIFT intraoral scanner. And I was really concerned that this will be too expensive and we don't need that. But working with the NIRI technology was so helpful every single day. That was part of a study where the question was, how accurate is NIRI technology in comparison to bite wings? And the result was really the same what I felt when using the scanner. The NIRI technology works significantly better than bite wings. The NIRI technology is a near-infrared imaging technology. That means the scanner is detecting caries in interproximal regions. You don't have to do an additional scan. No, just by scanning the patient, the scanner is recording these near-infrared pictures, and afterwards you can review every single scan if you see some caries lesions. Using NIRI technology in my clinic means less radiation to my patients. Children love to explore the world, and the scanner enables them to make a new experience with their own teeth. If a colleague would ask me why he should start scanning, I would tell him I'm a better dentist since I started intraoral scanning, and you will be too.
So this is how we can use it, in an office, And then this is exactly how it is represented, in the scan, you have a tool just to see what's going on, and then you use it, and then you can use it on the chip, and then you can see the difference. And in addition, I would like to share with you in the cloud that you are allowed as well to check it in the cloud. And this is something that I'm using in my daily basis. You know, for example, this patient, when I'm making my prescription, I'm gonna use it, and then I will double check if I have any caries, and then also you can double check if it's clean or if we need to clean it once more before making the prescription, you know. And then look here, as you can see here, it's interesting. And then you can change the contrast and the brightness here. You know, this allows you to detect any caries, and then also the peak. You can change the brightness of the image, and then you can adjust the color as well. And as you can see here, you can have a zoom, you know, on the situation, on what is it, and maybe for this patient, by the way, we need to clean this before making the brand new impression or sending the prescription. And, you know, it's super interesting to have it in a super tool, just to make sure that all what we are doing for the patient will stay super efficient. In addition, like I said previously, you can share the STL files, you know, it's an open record. And then also you can make multi-bytes, you know, if for some reason you want to buy functional you want to build functional appliances for reconstruction, or if you have a trouble of the TMG, and then if you want to do a TMG therapy, then you can of course have different bytes for the patient. One more tool is the progress assessment. Progress assessment is interesting because it allows us, to track the movement and to see what is exactly the learning curve, with the treatment, and then we can see, for example, where the patient is currently and where is finally supposed to be, and then you can compare between where is he and where is supposed to be, what is the difference, is the match correct or not, and then this is super interesting and super efficient, and then it's not using a lot for me directly with the patient, not as a daily basis with my patients, but it's good to have it because sometimes we want to use it, and then it's good to have it. The time-lapse technology is, in addition, super interesting because this tool is capable of showing the tooth wear, tooth movement, and the gingival recession, for example. We can review some areas that has been selected, and then we can see if there is any modification or not, and then we can present it to the patient. And trust me, in terms of communication, it makes all the difference, and that's all with the patient, because this is exactly all the patient is asking for, is to be reassured and just to make sure all is doing great. And then, for example, here, the patient wants to know if he has a relapse of the diastema or not. And in that case, for example, the patient can see if he has a gingival recession relapse or not, if it's evolving, if it's doing better or worse, which is finally super interesting. Last but not least, is the InVisalign outcome simulator. So, and then I had the special permission to tell you all the doctors, in world premiere, before the world press release, that we're gonna be able to have with the InVisalign outcome simulator the in-face smile for the patient. We will have a look on what is it exactly. The InVisalign outcome simulator is good because you can see what is the situation now and what's explained in the future. And then it will be good because the patient can have an idea on where is he and where it will be. And the in-face is what? What is the in-face? The in-face is the before and after included in the patient face. For the moment, currently, we just have it in the clean check. That means that if you want to share it with the patient, like this, the before and after, and then if you want to share with the patient the smile, and then the smile included in his own face, for the moment, you just can do it with your clean check. Soon, it's going to be a reality, and then you will be able to have it on your iTero element. That means that you're going to be able to show to the patient a before and after with the face, which is, in terms of communication and marketing, interesting, of course, but in terms of clinical, diagnosis, it's as well super interesting because we can share, we can see and share, and then we can see with the patient, for example, midlines. If the midlines are well centered or shifted, if it's the upper or the lower. In addition, we can see the transversal sense. If we need expansion, if we had expansion, what's going on with that expansion. And in addition, we can see in a frontal view, the deep bite or the open bite. And when you have a deep bite, you can see the correction and you can see if it fits with the lips, if the teeth, they are well centered in the smile, if you met a front intrusion too much or not too much, or if you miss some intrusion, if you need to do more or less. This is really, really interesting in terms of diagnosis. So let's have a look on a couple of take-home messages. So you're gonna save money by digitalizing, of course. You certainly will grow your practice by using the iTero as a communication tool. You will have a better image, you're gonna be more efficient, and the patient, they will love it. The iTero is both an orthodontic and restorative scanner. And I would like to, in conclusion, share with you my Instagram if you wanna follow me and then talk with me, chat with me about some, lectures or whatever, then you can feel free to contact me. And I would like to thank you for your nice attention. And if you have any question, and I can give you some answers, and then I'm here for you. Thank you so much.
you, Dr. Kushat, for the lovely lecture. With anyone if there's any questions.
I think maybe the presentation was clear. So if you do not have any question, that's fine. You know.
Do you have a question?
Yes. Dr. David, thank you for your wonderful presentation. I just have a simple question regarding the iTero 5D, the new, let's say, invention. Can we take the extraoral picture with the same wand, or we should take it like, separately? Do you have any idea about taking the extraoral pictures with the wand itself? Do you have any idea, or did you try it personally in your clinic? Thank you very much.
Interesting. No, the extraoral pictures, we cannot take them, because the sleeve is small, and then it's just for the intraoral pictures. So if you want to include your extraoral pictures, you should use your camera. I think we don't have to for the patient. I'm scanning, and then my team, they are making the extraoral pictures, and then after they can include it into my prescription. And then when I'm making additional aligners, it's exactly the same. We are taking pictures with the cameras, but trust me, with additional aligners, for example, we are taking 2 pictures. We are taking extraoral front, profile, and then the pen. And then that means just only 3 pictures instead of 8 pictures to download. So this is the time saver. Thank you for your question.
Any other questions? I think what we can do then is move to a short video before we start hands-on demo.
Sid, do you have more questions?
No, there are no more questions, Dr. Kushat. We're just going to... Dr. Kushat, there are no more questions.
Thank you so much. So, in addition, I would like to congratulate you on your introducing video, which is amazing, and I loved, that. So, congratulations. It was a very good one. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kushat.
So, I want to wish you guys a very good evening. And then it was a pleasure to me to be among you, even if it's virtually, online. And this is interesting because we can just share a couple of things. And I would like to thank you for having invited me, and then talk to you very soon for the next lecture. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
In the power of one scan to the next level. Introducing the iTero Element Plus series, boosting your restorative and orthodontic capabilities. The iTero Element 5D Plus dental imaging system offers an optimized viewing experience. It's an all-in-one scan and faster than ever, thanks to greater processing power. Featuring a seamless scanning experience, it's an ode to ergonomics and elegance. It shows you are on the cutting edge of care and creates unforgettable chairside moments. We've created a medical-grade compact portable scanner, rethinking mobility and practice integration. iTero Element Plus series, a powerful investment in your future. Expand your vision powerfully, seamlessly, immediately. Visit iTero.com for more details and to request a demo. It starts with iTero.